you are now promoting it, like giving them talking points and all the rest, and at the same time saying they want to be to win. Then there's a way you would have that video was an edited video, and it was nobody has seen the full video, know the context in which the man, whether the statement was wrong or right.
Yeah.
It is actually proper for one to say, okay, we have seen this video, let us wait until we see the proper context in which the man was. And again, let us go because if we get any information from our own camp, what we need to do is to make sure we channel this and get response from our camp. And now the man the ability for the man to make this statement, or it no longer holds up. After the man that is a Muslim, anybody who believes, anybody who Muslim, believes, but in Islam, even in Christianity, I don't think anybody who wants this, who thinks a Christian, who don't say that he was getting it wrong. That is for religious people.
Your audio is really bad. I don't know if there's anything you can do to it. Hello.
I don't know why. Okay.
I think it's sounding a bit better now.
Mm-hmm. Or should I use it?
No. I think it's sounding okay now. Mm-hmm.
Let me exit and come back and see what happens.
It's okay now.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, no, it's still recording on my side though.
If you want to exit and come back, that's fine, but it's okay now.
Okay, let me exit because it's recording on my side.
That's fine. Okay, exit and come back while we talk with other people.
Okay.
Yeah. Solomon, you're welcome. Emeka, our co-host, Emeka, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. So, as the topic says, we are wanting to know, why are you voting Peter Obi? Why Peter Obi? So, Emeka, do you want to kick off for us, please?
Okay. Thank you. There are a host of things, starting from his pedigree. He has chaired a lot of organizations. He has directed a lot of organizations at a very young age. Starting from his education, then his achievements as a governor, they're just a whole lot. I think I have to take a minute or so to readjust like the things I want to say. He has achieved a lot in education. He has achieved a lot in the health sector, and he has achieved a lot infrastructure-wise. I shared the post one time. I think I'll put it on the Jumbotron.
Yes, please. That will help.
That's one. Yeah, I'll just take there. Yeah. A list of things I have achieved. There's a lot. Is so much.
So you are voting him because of his achievements, yeah?
Yes, his achievements, and he is determined from before even if you look at other countries, when one comes up, I want to or I want this leadership. They go back and check who is what has he done, how has he been. So that's how you choose your candidate. So I'm looking at, this is one that was elected and not given the office. He went to court, he ruled under Afghan people around him. For him, in fact, he's both Party brother was the opposition party. But he was still fighting for it. He came to a state where everything was dilapidated, every single thing. There was no school, there was no education, they barely had. In fact, everything was. They were kidnapping. He couldn't even go to run. And he came while fighting, he was still determined for what he has achieved. That Peter will be literally because Peter will be there.
I don't know if this bad audio is from my side or because even your sound is cracking a bit. Eh?
I said, how about my sound? Can you hear?
Yeah, Solomon, yours is sounding okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, make her continue, please. We are listening. Hillary, I think yours sounds okay as well.
Okay, no, but do you have another audio playing at the background in kitchen?
No. The washing machine was on, but I've turned it off.
Okay. Okay, I thought you had another one. Okay, you can carry on.
Mecca, please carry on.
Okay. So I was trying to talk about. We can say that he literally from scratch. There was no road. In terms of education, I would like to also point out that all the schools of nursing, school of midwifery, they were dilapidated. There was no structure. They had no accreditation, and all this information, they are facts that can be checked. He came and he revamped the whole institution. So, the dialysis center, their first dialysis center, you can go to the state secretariat. That's the first state secretariat they had in Anambra State. He's the one that built it. So, in terms of achievement, yes. In terms of his pedigree, like in terms of education and the offices he has chaired and he has led, is everything you can imagine for a leader. Then in terms of his determination, you can also say that his eloquence, his plan, and his empathy for things. So there are a lot of reasons why it's not difficult to sell him. So I'm actually looking for a way to share some things on Donald Trump. I don't know how.
Yeah, what you do is you go to the post, then click on that share button or whatever it's called. When you click on it, the first option will be share on Nkechi's space. Then you click on that, then it will share. Okay, so while you're doing that, Solomon, please, do you want to share with us why P2B?
Yes, I have a lot of reasons why P2B. I've never been this confident in an election ever since I was born. P2B. And I've seen a lot on TV, social media, knows what he wants for the country, because we need to make Nigeria better. We have been through a lot as Nigerians. We have been through a lot. When you see someone take us out of the pit, all we just have to do is appreciate or support that person. Now, we all know that he was the former Anambra state governor, and he had a successful banking career. And I remember back then he was one of the youngest chairman of Fidelity Bank. And he was also he had a successful banking career. And I remember back then he was one of the youngest chairman of Fidelity Bank. And he was also the chairman of Guardian Express Mortgage Bank, something like that. And also he was part of Jonathan's presidential economic team, and that's when you look back at Goodluck Jonathan's it was very sweet. Food was okay. Gas was okay. Fuel was okay. You see, so he was part of it. That's the reason why Nigeria was better back then. And there are a lot of things. I'm voting him because of the determination that he has. You know, when he was a governor, pensioners were getting their money, teachers were getting paid, contractors were getting paid. He left the treasury as soon as he left the Anambra State governor's seat. He left a treasury. So this is somebody that we should vote for. This is why I'm voting for him, because we have suffered enough as Nigerians. Look at our opposing contestants for this presidential seat. They have a bad past. They have a very negative past. But if you're as a Nigerian, you can't see what is in front of you right now, because we need to determine our future, and our future is ahead of us. We need to take advantage of it. This man has given me so much hope. He has given me so much enthusiasm to believe that there is a greater Nigeria to come. That's what I just believe and see. So I would advise that everyone should take this opportunity, because it's once in a lifetime. Peter Obi and Yusuf, they're in their prime ages. They are like 40 to 50 years old. But look at the other contestants. What do they have to offer? What do they have to offer? They don't have anything to offer. They have a negative past. Bat has a negative past. Atiku has a negative past. So we just have to take this opportunity right in front of us as Nigerians. We need to. Because I believe that if we do this, Nigeria is going to be better. It's going to be better. Peter Obi was the vice chairman of Nigeria's Governor Forum, I think in 2008 to 2014. And also barely a month, before former President Goodluck Jonathan left office after losing in 2015 general election, he appointed Obi as the chairman of Nigeria Securities and Exchange Commission. So you see, the trust was there. Even not coming from him, it was coming from another president, because he saw a potential in Obi. So we need to see that potential as Nigerians. We need to. If Peter Obi wasn't so determined to make Nigeria great, he wouldn't have left PDP and come to Labour Party. He wouldn't. Because he saw that Nigerians have suffered enough. This government has taken us from top to bottom. Now we have someone in front of us that can take us back from bottom to the top, even to the utmost top, the topmost top. So please, I would advise that we take this opportunity, and that's all I have to say for now. Thank you very much. I'm voting him because of all he has done. His past is all positive. All the things that he has done for just the state and the previous president of Nigeria, that is why I'm voting him. I see the determination. I see the belief. I've never been this confident in my life. I vowed never to vote. I vowed in my life that I would never vote. But as soon as I saw this man on TV, I was like, oh my goodness, this is somebody that is determined. He's determined. You see other countries, they do interviews with their presidential candidate, but you see some of them in Nigeria, they just feel like they are too rich or to come on to do an interview. They should do an interview. But you see our man, Peter Obi, he's come out on TV, he did an interview. His vice came out, did an interview. He's talking to the people. He's not talking about having the seat all to himself in 2023. He's talking about the people. The people. We need to be a production country. Nigeria is blessed. Nigeria is so blessed. Nigeria is blessed. We have oil, but we feel like we don't have oil. Education, I believe this man can take us back to good education. ASU has been on strike for only God knows how long. It's just, please, let's vote Peter Obi. He's the man for the future. He's not the man for the present at all. He's the man that is going to take Nigeria from grass to grace. So please, I'm voting him because of all that he has achieved and all that he's going to achieve and all that he will achieve. I keep on achieving. So that's why I'm voting him. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that contribution. I've heard some people argue that, okay, even if he had achieved so much in Anambra State, that Anambra State is just small, that you can't compare it to, the whole country, Nigeria. I've heard people, say that. But Hillary, could you tell us why you're voting Peter Obi, please? That's if you're voting him. Why Peter Obi?
Okay. First of all, can you hear me? Is it clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Number one, I haven't even received my PVC. I registered online, but they said you have to make an appointment to visit the INEC office. Each time I try getting an appointment, the slots are all filled up. So I don't know how I can get my PVC. And even when I get a PVC, chances of me voting is very slim, because during that period I won't even be in Nigeria. So, but I have actually campaigned. I've been telling family and friends to vote Peter Obi, but I'll give you my reason. My reason is just one. The fact that, number one, we're all Nigerians. You have to respect the next person. You have to love the next person. If you look at all of the contestants, it's either they're calling this person out, you're scolding this other person, you're trying to bully this person, but this man has never mentioned anybody. You look at, for example, Kwakwanso, the pride is written all over him. The way he sits when he's interviewed, the way he talks to the interviewer, the way he tries to call out people and tries to, you can even see that tribalism written all over Kwakwanso. The pride is there. He's going to come with that regional, that northern mentality. It is our own mindset. That's what Kwakwanso. I used to support Showore in the past. I've been following Showore for a long time. But the minute Showore started calling out Peter Obi, and the minute he started using, they told you that, what's it called? Even bad publicity is also good publicity, but you don't use that when it comes to issues that concerns national matter. Do your own and let the other person do his own. Okay? Don't use the fact that because you want to get to a certain position, you're going to castigate your fellow Nigerian. The problem we are having right now is the fact that we're all divided. You have to preach love. And love is not just to be preached by words of mouth. You have to demonstrate it. Don't talk about the next person. When you go to the Middle East, okay, because I am actually based in the Middle East, and it's a small country called Oman, but the 6 Gulf countries, the GCC countries, Oman, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, they're one. It's different countries, but they operate with that mentality of we're Arabs. They speak Arabic. An Omani would first say hi to someone from Kuwait before he says hi to an American. If you like, speak all the English in the world. You see that language, Arabic. That's the one thing that connects all the GCC countries. If you have residents in Oman, you can go to Qatar, you can go to UAE, you can go to Saudi Arabia. The visas, no visa, you just go there and you stay there for as long as you can, then you come back. In Nigeria, first, the language is a problem. When you meet a Nigerian outside of the shores of Nigeria, if you're speaking Pidgin, because I like to speak Pidgin outside of the country, I don't want you to speak English to me. I want you to understand that the first thing that connects us together as a Nigerian is the language, pidgin. And when you meet an average Nigerian, the first feeling you get when you speak pidgin is, who be this one? You find out that there's no love. So the contestants themselves should try demonstrating love from the way they campaign. And that's what Peter Obi has been doing. And that's why I feel I'm supporting the guy. When it comes to that issue of confidence, the subordinate, the VP guy, when he was given the interview, you can see that this guy does not have that fear. Peter Obi has that fear kind of when he's talking. He talks calmly. But you see, if you want to deal with the northern politician, you have to understand something. The mindset is, we're ready to die for this part. So you have to get that mindset as well, that anything goes. And the VP is coming with that vibe. So it's a perfect combination. Peter Obi is calm, but that man is very intelligent and he has that mind. And you can tell from that interview he gave to Arise TV. Thank you. I'll hit the mic. Bye.
Thank you so much. Mecca, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, thank you for sharing that information on the Jumbotron. So Emeka is our co-host. Emi, do you want to take over now for about 20 minutes? The next speaker is UG.
Hello.
All right, UG, you have to.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Please, what I want to, I said it in the other space I was a couple of minutes ago. If we are trying to support or give our support for Peter Obi and we want him to win, we need to be diplomatic enough. We need to stop doing things that make other regions very uncomfortable. Like, for example, I saw somebody with Biafran. I'm from Igbo too, so nobody can say I'm biased. I see somebody with a Biafran flag here. When somebody is with Biafran flag on your space, you need to let the person remove it or let the person out, because it's making other regions uncomfortable. We need to be sensitive to this kind of things. If you see because if we are saying we need to let the northerners.
Excuse me, UG. You cannot say anybody that Biafran flag is making uncomfortable.
No, I'm coming. One second, let me finish.
Can I just come in, then you can finish what you want to say? Because I cannot kick somebody out of a space because they have Biafran flag. It could be somebody who believes in Biafra, but they want to hear why we are voting Peter Obi to see if they will be convinced. So it's a free world. People can believe in what they want. You can't force people to believe in what you believe because
okay, let me finish. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. Okay. I don't know. Well, that's your opinion, but what I'm saying is, because we are entering the campaign very soon now, you will see people from Tinubu or other people. This thing they will start opening an account and start putting Biafra flag there. It's making other regions very uncomfortable. Either you believe it or you don't believe it. Thank you.
All right, UG, is that your submission? Do you have any other?
Yes. No, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, I just want to kindly say that we can't just kick people out just because of what their AVI is. I think it's too judgmental. So please, you just have to accept that, please. We're sorry. So we're going to take, please, if you want to speak, you can request for the mic and you can put up your hand. We're going to take Hillary now. I think Hillary wants to say something.
Okay, can you hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, as regards the Biafran flag, the truth is they're going to use that point that this guy actually just raised against Peter Obi. They've actually started playing it out already.
God bless you. God bless you. That's what I'm saying.
Use that point.
People don't know politics.
This guy's this guy, demons. You'll be so surprised that the person that actually has this Biafran flag up there is not even a Peter Obi supporter. You'll be so shocked. You'll be so shocked that this person is not even a Peter Obi supporter. They're going to use different strategies. The strategies that these guys, they've been in politics for a long time. So but actually, because the topic is actually an open-end topic, it says, why are you supporting Peter Obi? It's not saying we are all supporting, but you have to give your reason. So you might have people that would oppose, okay? Definitely people join the space that want to oppose the topic. So it's not saying we're all supporters, but for me and my household and my friends, supporting Peter Obi all the way. But if it was, we are all supporters of Peter Obi, if someone should log into the space with a Biafran flag, I would suggest that the person be kicked off. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, let's try and hear from him. I think I'll just give him the mic so that we'll know where he stands and just to have a democratic environment.
Emeka, 1 second, please. See, I'm from Imo State, so I'm full-blooded Igbo, so nobody can say I'm biased. I'm being technical. 1 second, please. I'm being technical and diplomatic. I support Peter Obi with my full chest.
Can we move on with the topic? This is a public space. Anybody can come in. It's only when they start.
Just hold on. This is our opinion. We are saying things that we. Please just hold on and listen. We are saying things that will promote this man, not let him down. Imagine. Wait, listen.
See, this thing is giving me a headache. Can we move on, please? Let's move on.
You can't move. This is an issue. This is an issue that will come up.
It's not an issue to me. It's not an issue to me. It's an issue to you. It's not to me. So it's an open space. So this is not. This is not a Peter B space. You don't even know if I'm a Peter B supporter myself. So you can't say it's a public space. Anybody can come in.
Yes, because if you're not Peter B supporter, but I am. It will affect me. It will affect my own party. It will affect Peter B. That's why I'm saying it. Imagine like about time. Wait, listen. We can move on with this. We can move on with this. It's making some people uncomfortable. Imagine like 10 more people will come here with this flag now, and people will snap it.
UG, please, I don't want to do this with you. If you're not comfortable in the space, you can leave, okay? I don't want to do that with you. You can leave if you're not comfortable in the space. We need to move on now.
Yeah, I agree. We need to move on. And we also need to understand that no matter who you're supporting, you need to hear from the other side as well. No matter what, you need to host spaces. Even regardless, you need to listen to what other people are saying. It's a democratic society, a democratic and civil place. So far as the person is not constituting any form of nuisance, I don't think there's a reason to kick him out, please. You have to understand that, please. Let's hear from Edo Igiaweri Solomon.
Yeah, please, I would love us to move on with the topic concerning why are you supporting, or why are you voting Peter Obi? Because whatever picture someone put up there isn't our business. So you decide to put your picture on your profile, so that's your own. It's your own decision that you've already made. So I decided to put Peter Obi and Yusuf on mine because that is what I feel like should be up there. So you decided to put your profile picture because you want it to be up there. So yeah, I already said why I was supporting Peter Obi, because of everything that he has accomplished and everything that he's going to accomplish once he becomes the Nigerian president. I heard something, I think Nkechi said something earlier, saying because people have been attacking Peter Obi because he did something for just the state. If you can manage your resources in a small way, just imagine what he could do when he has a lot of resources at his doorstep, knocking at his door. So this is something we should think about. This is something that we should think about. We should think about this because Peter Obi, like I said, is the man for the future. If we miss it now, we'll have missed it forever. Yeah, I don't feel talk more. As soon as the presidential election ends and Peter Obi is not the winner, I'm going to Ghana. So that's it. So please, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Why Ghana, please, if you don't mind?
Ghana has light. They have good food. Even light alone having electricity is okay. For somebody that's kind of not rich, that's not in the level of other people, At least if you have constant electricity, you can have a refrigerator and sell blocks, put water and sell blocks to other people and make money. So that's another means, like you can make money from that. I'm just talking from the low people perspective. But there's a lot of things that electricity can do. There's a lot of things electricity can do. They are even with the present state of Ghana. Look at what is going on in Ghana. They still have good electricity, and it just hurts me that it is Nigeria that is giving these people electricity, and here we are struggling for electricity. Each time it rains in Nigeria, we don't have electricity. For the past 2 days now, it's been raining. It's been raining, but there's no electricity. There's no electricity. So this is one of the major problems. Electricity is a problem. Food is a problem. Bad roads is a problem. You need to see the way floods are spreading around the country. Look at Lagos, even in Benin is different. Look at a lot of states. They need a good leader, and that leader is Peter Obi. So please.
All right, Ibu, thank you for your submission. I want to welcome my fellow co-host, Ejikem. Ejikem, how are you doing? Ejikem,
yeah, good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Kechi. Good afternoon, Meka. Emeka, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Okay,
the latest news is that the APC have finally, picked a VP and so,
who is the person, please?
I don't know the man's name, but
I'm seeing Shetima. I don't know if it's
yes, something like that.
Who? Shetima?
Yeah.
Is Shetima? Is that the one from what's that state? Is Zamfara?
Former governor of Zamfara.
Oh.
It's former governor of Borno State.
Okay, sorry.
It's Borno State.
Now, wow. This Muslim ticket, I don't know. I just feel like they are taking the Christians in the country for granted. That's my personal opinion, isn't it?
Well, I also feel the same way. But choosing a Muslim ticket, I think is to his own detriment.
They have changed Nigeria to a Muslim country now. Nigeria is a Muslim country. You see,
way to go.
For example, you see the breaks that they are having, the Muslim people, every little thing is a break, and they have fake students going to private schools. Either this, either that, either this, either that, and then you don't see in just a year, just Christians celebrate one, which is Christmas. That's all. In a whole year, the Muslims celebrate more than how many celebrations? That's why I just feel like it's already a Muslim country. It's a Muslim country. We need somebody that doesn't just support one religion, both religion. How can you pick a Muslim ticket? Peter Obi is a Christian, Yusuf is a Muslim. Yeah, that's it. That's what we should be voting for. Not Muslim. Thank you.
And you know the thing, if they do it now and succeed, it's now going to be a norm. Do you understand?
I blame we Southerners because we.
But these things here, most times I blame we Southerners because.
Yeah. So because we just, it feels like we allow these people to get on, to do what they like and get away with it. Just like this zoning thing, under every circumstance, it's supposed to be the turn of the South. Atiku doesn't have any business being in the poll, this year. I mean, for 2023. But they've done it as if, okay, what can you guys do about it anyway? And they've succeeded. And it's going to be like that. So
this
why
year,
can't the Southerners,
for 2023. But they've done it as if, okay, what can you guys do about it anyway? And they've succeeded. And it's going to be like that, So why can't the Southerners, protest and say no? This cannot be. Because if it was the Northerners, they cannot accept it. There's no way they will accept it. And they will do everything to make sure that, it reverses back. But it's what it is, isn't it?
They won't support it. No, they won't. It's a normal. So I just feel like the church need to do more. They need to do more than they are doing. We say the richest church is in Nigeria, the richest pastor is in Nigeria, but they are not doing anything. They need to do more.
Well, most of the pastors are sitting on the fence. They don't want to, like the prominent ones, they don't want to pick a side yet. Maybe in the coming months we'll see something. Okay, so if you want to speak, you can raise your hand, and if you want to post anything on the Jumbotron, you can just let me know. Okay, let's have Odeni Bunsoka. Odeni, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hello. I greet everybody. Sorry. On this place. Let you my brother and catch everybody. So, listening all. So, I'm going to stick to the topic. I decided to vote to be because I'm somebody that knows a bit about what is happening in Nigeria. I know that we can't continue like this. We need somebody that will cut the cost of governance. It is too much. It is strangulating the economy, and at this very period that we have the debt servicing problem, the revenue is not increasing, the debt servicing is increasing, and everything. We need somebody that will come and sanitize the system. Somebody that that have done it. Somebody that will not have a rating of AIDS. That Nigeria will pay the AIDS and pay the AIDS to the AIDS and AIDS to the AIDS and everything. That is actually one of the major things that I am voting with. So that is why I've actually, and please, I don't want to direct anybody on what to do, but I would like us to stick to the topic, because other people will come in here and will argue Muslim, Christian, and before you know it, they will change the topic of what we are really discussing here. They will divert us to different things. At the end of the day, we will not be able to achieve our purpose. So this is actually the main point why I am going to vote for. We need to cut down on the cost of governance. We need to sell some things that are not needed, that we don't need. We should find a way of doing it. I know that of the National Assembly will be difficult, because if you are not tactical in approaching those people, they will just throw you out. Their budget is on, you don't do anything about their own. You give them their own in lump sum, and they will share it according, how they want. 120, 150 million, billion naira for 469 people. And sometimes, all the time, that is not actually enough, because we know about oversight function, how they, part the budget, everything that they are doing and all the rest of them. So that is why I am going to vote for B. And people see him as a weakling, as a weak person. Maybe it is because of his voice. But it has shown in Anambra that he can actually fight. He's a dogged fighter, and he's somebody that believes in the judiciary. That, he's somebody that used the judiciary to fight the godfathers in Anambra. I know that Anambra is not Abuja, but he has done it in that level. I know that can as well do it in the national level. Thank you very much. And may we have a very good deliberation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Denibo, for your submission. I understand the fact that I want us to stick to the topic, so yes. Please, if you're taking the mic, please try and stick to the topic. Let's have Nwa Oboro. speak. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Hikes, that's a cage school. My profile name is Nwa Burudo. I'm from Ohonzara local government, Ebonyi State, Uburu. So the question, why am I voting Obi? Well, I've been canvassing for Obi since last year as my preferred presidential candidate. And I remember when I made on my Facebook posts about Obi chances at PDP or with the PDP, actually said, going by the facts on ground, Obi will unlikely get the ticket because it doesn't have the national pool at the PDP. But, and I also stated that at the end of my post then that should he build upon his popularity, he has the chances of winning the presidency 2023. So, but my reason for wanting Obi is because Obi suits all my sentiments, political sentiments, not because he's an Igbo, but particularly that is also part of the sentiment. Most people choose their candidates or vote for their preferred choice because of certain sentiments, and we cannot override sentiments in politics. Looking at Obi, he's young. That's part of the sentiment. He's pro-people, because one of the virtues a leader should have is that he should be people conscious, not detached from the people. So Obi fits that particular aspect of the sentiment I feel. Obi is a proven, prudent resource manager. Obi has shown it in Anambra that he can manage resources. He's not corrupt. There is no way around the world, the people that will bring that argument that say everybody's corrupt. Yes, I agree that everywhere around the world you have people that are corrupt, but Obi has shown that public funds should be for public use and private funds should be for private personal use. So he has shown it in Anambra with the records there on every facet of the internet for people to access, that he will not take what belongs to the public and turn it into private decision. And this is actually one of the ideologies I subscribe to. Obi, in terms of the Nigeria equation, Nigeria is a multi-ethnic society. So in multi-ethnic society, you need balance of power. You need what people term rotational presidency. In terms of religion, we are multi-religious. So it doesn't sound well that a particular religion keeps holding on to power. Because if they hold, from the major religious group, if people don't feel a sense of belonging, if there's no balance of power anywhere, that's where you see crisis. Society have this crisis because people feel they are not carried along. So this is part of the reason why when people talk about zoning, they are not just being honest. They're not being honest to themselves, because they will say, you see people argue that the power should actually come to the South. But what part of the South are they talking about? Every other part of the South have gotten it. So why not the power go to the right part of the South that needs it at the moment? If all parts of the South have tested it, so other parts of the South should go for it. If you check out what Tinubu did just now, you will think people will argue that Tinubu went for a Muslim ticket, but he tried to balance the northern argument of a northeast. So he did that technically, and he could get a particular sentimental vote from that side. So if we are going by all these things, Obi fits every argument we want to put him through. He's a performer, he's everything. And I think if people are being honest to themselves, they will go for Obi. Thank you.
All right, thank you. In your conclusion, the reason why you're voting him is because he's the least corrupt governor, he's accountable, and there should be a balance of power. Okay, thank you for that submission. I think we should move to, I want to accept some people up here so they can speak.
I've accepted 2 people. One is Ako, the other one is Gozie. So if there's no other person before them, then you can maybe take from one of them.
All right, so I think we can have Gozie speak, then Ako will go next. So Gozie, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Kechi Ejike, man. Well done. Anyway, my reason for voting P2P is he's competent. You get. So, and in terms of education, you know our education this last 7 years or so. The thing is, I don't know how I'll explain it. Like from a rate of 1 to 10, it's 2. It's 2. So I know Obi will invest more in education. So that's my number one reason for voting Obi. You get. And somebody said that if people are being honest to themselves, people are not honest. We have hoodlums everywhere. People are not honest. So I don't know. We see the likes of Reno them. So people are not honest. You not tell me if people are honest, So this country, ethnicity, tribal, and all this religion stuff is dealing with us, So well, when we share the campaign, are you for now?
All right, thank you, Gozie. Your reason is he's competent and he will invest more in education. Okay, that's a good one. Thank you. So let's have Mr. Ako speak. Thank you.
Hi, thank you very much, Mecca and Nkechi and Ejike.
All right, thank you.
How you guys doing? Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yeah, yes, so many reasons to support Peter Obi. First of all, you look at his character. He's got, a very nice character compared with, some of the politicians we've seen so far. This is somebody that doesn't return hatred. He doesn't play that kind of politics. You get to see the likes of Wike and others, throwing shirts on him. But he hasn't for one day, arguably in a way, just tried to, put it back to them the way they do. So I see it like somebody that understands that, look, we can't keep, hating ourselves when it comes to politics and then still have issues that borders us together, that binds us together when it comes to bad governance. So, and then, I'll never forget there was a time he said that Nigerians is your time, take back your country. That statement, it's something huge for me. It's something that, over the years, I feel like we've lost control of our country. People come in and, do whatever they're going to do, corruption here and there, insecurity here and there. And the worst part of it is that no justice. Most of these things happen and they go scot-free. So it seems like the country has been, shared into different parts to different people. So this is not how we're running the country. And again, of course, the issues bothering us as a nation. Looking at our current external debt, it's something that worries me a lot. And looking at his personality, Peter Obi, and the way he governed Anambra State, you get to realize he was very prudent in, when it comes to managing his finances and, of course, public finances as well. So you see that, with him on board and his issues that revolves around cutting the cost of governance, I believe we can be able to tackle most of our external debts because, honestly, if we don't do it, we should be looking at the likes of countries like Sri Lanka today. You could imagine a lot of things going out there. Part of the reasons why these things are happening in that country is because, they had this huge debt that they can't even, find a way to pay.
So it's a very big issue that a lot of people neglect. And again, of course, this is personal for me. It's been a while that I was able to connect with people when it comes to politics. I mean, people that I do not know. I mean, people that comes across every sphere of this country. I mean, it's nice. I feel that yes, that one Nigerianness is gradually creeping in. A situation where I could connect with, people that also believe in the same cause from Benue, far north. It means that yes, we can work together. We have issues. It's not about coming in bringing ethnicity. We are humans first before any other thing. I mean, when these bad governance are happening, it happens to everybody. It's not about PDP or APC. So Peter Obi, of course, economically, I believe he's going to do well. I mean, considering his always the way he talks about it, from consumption to production, fixing the economy. I mean, if you look at it, I always say this, like, there's no place in this country. There's no place in this country that is not productive. There's no state, actually. It's just because simply we have bad leaders, corrupt leaders, who do not want to, really look inward and see what they can harness from their states. We most times depend on the federal government for those monthly stipends, I'll call it, they give them, forgetting that they can even do more when they look inward within their state. So imagine Peter be coming in. I was speaking with a friend of mine today, who the same thing. I don't even know him. I've never met him before, but we've been on this journey. He's from Kano State. He was telling me that he went to Zamfara State the other day. That was today. He went to Zamfara State the other day, that he saw helicopters, going in and out where they were mining gold. I mean, that he was so angry. And then he started like trying to talk to his people, like to understand, look, this is not fair. Like this thing is happening. I couldn't even imagine that some places in the north has completely been taken over by bandits. So it's a huge issue that we're facing right now. Honestly, a lot of people tend to look at it like a minor thing. This is not supposed to be like this. A country where terrorists come in and do whatever they want to do. They come in and release inmates, and then the next day, everything is normal. People are being kidnapped left and right. What are we not saying? This is not normal. I don't know. It feels like, these things that are not normal are becoming normal for us. We need to take back this country. So I believe Peter Obi has every quality it takes to be able to, manage the affairs of this country. Of course, look at his education strategy as well. Personally, I was telling my friend today, look, do you not think that some of these are marginaries in the north? If you look at them closely, it could be able to enroll them into a vocational school, and then get them out, and then they'll be productive to the society. I mean, imagine them going through those vocational schools, coming out, becoming qualified, certified artisans, doing well. This is the kind of country we want. We want every part of this country to be very productive, not just about the natural and mineral resources, but about the human resources, the huge human resources we have. How many people are today unemployed? And then we just wake up, we live by the day. We don't even have hope of what we can be able to do in the next 1 year or 2 years. That's not fair. And again, the diversification of the economy is very, very important to me. Because over the years, we've mostly depended on oil. And it has never been good for us. Imagine when other sectors are activated. I mean, we can be doing more than what we're doing right now. I'm also referring again back to the north. The north can be, when we talk about this oil, what is in the north when they harness it? Honestly, I don't think Nigeria will be talking about oil anymore. This is the kind of country we want. So, looking at that gentleman, in fact, to be honest, he has really inspired me the way he has been playing his politics. I've learned a lot from him. And I was like, I'll tell you people here, let's drop whatever differences we have, let's find reasons to support this gentleman. And by doing that, first of all, we need to get our PVCs because, I noticed recently there's been a lot of distraction on the timeline. People don't even talk about, mobilizing other people anymore. People don't talk about getting their PVCs. I feel like it's a distraction. So let's not derail. Let's also forget that all these things that we're saying right now, if we do not have our PVCs, we're just making noise in vain. So get your PVCs, talk to your families and friends. Let them know the importance of voting Peter Obi, because we need this country back. We need to have a say, me and you. We need to have a say in this country. With that, I yield the mic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Wait up, please, one moment. AGK, are you here? AGK, man. Okay, Mecca, please continue.
All right, thank you for your submission. You said some very important things about the PVC. Yes, there's a lot of distraction, a lot. So please, I think we should try and get our PVCs. We should put more interest in making sure that we convince people we know, people from far, whether you're in the country or not. So let's just try and get our PVC. That's the only thing that I can actually speak for us. So. And then you made some statements on why you're voting for him, because we need to diversify the economy. Yes, we need to diversify the economy. The next 10 to 15 years, I don't think oil will mean much in the world and in the international space. So we really need to diversify. We can't just always keep depending on oil. Then his character is he's a lovely person. He's a likable person, and he does not engage in what we Nigerians term violence. So yes, so let's try and take back our country. You also talked about justice. Yes, it reminded me of the Ondo State massacre. NSAS protestants and Deborah's case. No, we've not heard anything about what is going to happen to these people. We don't know where we're heading to. There is no justice for these persons, and we can't have peace in a country where there is no justice. Okay, well, thank you. Let us have, I think, Edo, you want to say something, so we can just give you like 1 or 2 minutes so we can have other new speakers. Thank you.
Yeah, Ako, God will bless you very much. Yeah, the most important thing is the voter's card. So that's the main thing that can change Nigeria. I know it's like a piece of paper, it's like a plastic, but that plastic can change Nigeria. So we should encourage everybody around us, our families, because in the end, when Peter doesn't win, it's gonna be a problem, because these people, they keep coming back. These old people, if you look at other countries now, they are trying to make sure that the president is in love with the citizens and the citizens in love with the president. Right now, what I can see so far is that we all Nigerians, the way it is right now, we love Peter Obi, and I feel like he loves you because of what we are doing for him and what we are going to keep on doing. Aku, you really made a great contribution, and God really bless you for what you said. So please, the PVC is very important. If you look at the chart of the registered voters so far, it is very, very bad. The people need to do more. They need to do more. I've done mine, but I encourage everyone to keep on doing theirs. They should not relent. This is not the time to relent. Our future is in our hands. So we just have to take it and make sure we don't lose this opportunity. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Edo. Yeah, just to reinforce, please, let's try and get our PVCs. I have mine. So if you don't have yours, it's just an opportunity to remind us. I'm just trying to use this avenue. So back to the topic. The topic is, why are you voting Peter Obi? And why do you think, why Shetima for the APC vice? What are your thoughts? So we'll take whoever best. We'll take whoever best. Then thinking. So, and if you want to speak, you can just raise your hand so we'll know who to pick next. And if you're on the speaker session.
Okay, can you hear me?
You have to come closer to your phone, or I don't know, I think you're connected to...
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but there's a kind of glitch somewhere.
Is it okay now?
Yes, it's better now. You can speak. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I've been on. I was here before, and the mic was disturbing, so I had to just go and say I'll come back. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for what you're doing. I appreciate it so much. So I'm speaking to why P2B. I think Nigeria has a real opportunity here. I've been saying that perhaps this is one of the biggest chance Nigeria have, to salvage itself if this country is going to work. I think this is an opportunity here because I don't want to speak. Let me not speak too much about the military era, but since 1999, the leadership in this country has been selected from the principle or mindset of compensation. Like it has always been to compensate people. Like in 1999, there was need to actually remedy the Abiola election. And so there was need that, the West, there was need to compensate the West. And who is that they will use? So they had to go and bring Obasanjo from the prison. And the North was looking for somebody that they can make because Obasanjo has been weakened, he has been bastardized, he has been demoralized, he was in prison. So they brought him out. And this is somebody that left office, since 1979, he hasn't done really much. So they brought him out. So after Obasanjo, there was need to compensate the North. And Obasanjo looked at it and went and brought Yar'Adua, even though he was sick, a dying man, and Yar'Adua died, and Jonathan, even Jonathan the vice. The reason why they picked Jonathan was the fact because he was a weak man, they can control him. It was not late that was supposed to be the vice, but they were looking for somebody that was weak, a weak person. And eventually Yar'Adua died, maybe the same way they thought, and Jonathan became president. And we all saw what happened because no matter how you look at it, Jonathan brought us to this problem. He worked so hard, but he hadn't the will. Ordinarily, why would Jonathan hand over to Buhari? There's somebody that is a fanatic, doesn't have anything to offer this country. He allowed APC to come into power. Now we are in this era. So Nigeria have a real opportunity. For the first time since 1999 that democracy come, we are seeing somebody who is eminently qualified, somebody who has a proper education, and somebody who has both experience and success in private life and in public life. Somebody who is a success story, who has made Nigeria have not had this. I think since 1999 that democracy came. So this is a real opportunity. Somehow this election is now gravitating into competence, because Nigeria don't know. We don't really know what it means to have a competent leader. We have been so misruled in this country that even the average, even those who went to school, even professors don't know what it means to have, a competent leader. So when you see Nigerians, reacting and doing what they are doing, you know that Nigeria has happened to all of us. It's very difficult for people to think right in this country. And that is why you are seeing that somebody like Obi will be on the ticket, and people are talking about Tinubu and talking about Atiku and talking about other people. So it's just unfortunate. But and there's a source of hope, like for me in this election, the fact that for the first time a candidate is having an organic support, it's having like people across board, some of the people that have spoken to me, in recent time, are people from the West, people from the North that have made me, this your brother is good, we have to come together, we have to do this. So it's a source of encouragement for me, because I've not really seen for a long time somebody having, it has always been that politicians will have money, to buy vote or buy gift for people to go ask them to vote them. But here we are in 2022 that we are seeing people using their own money. The campaign has not even started. We don't even know what they are going to do, what they are planning to do. But people are using their money, to create campaign offices, print agencies. People are going to door. Even in where I am, we are taking it like an evangelistic approach to. So it's a source of hope for me. But you see what is going on now, that the election, like a typical Nigerian setting, is going to be like, it's going to be based on religion, based on ethnicity. He came from this. Buhari in 2015, where they were the people who brought this insecurity in this country. Nobody has said, Buhari is a Boko Haram president. Buhari, even though when in 2014, when Boko Haram actually appointed him, when they were saying they want to dialogue, they said the person that can speak for them is Buhari. It took him 3 days to decline. So, but this is a man now that today now we see that our country has been taken over by terrorists and bandits. A situation where Kuje prison, the most secured prison in Nigeria that terrorists just threw. They say they trekked into the place for 3 hours. They operated and they freed the people that they want. What really actually happened was a prison swap. People can no longer go to Kaduna. Kaduna is the most secured place in Nigeria. It's the most secure. That's where we have all our military installation, police headquarters, military headquarters, NDA, everything in this country. Kaduna is in Kaduna. Today, people cannot go to Kaduna by road, by air, by anything. It's that bad. The only place that is remained for them to take over now or throw in and go and drink tea or go and eat bread is Aso Rock. So what is happening in this country is terrible. If Obi will come, so why do I want to vote Obi? I want to vote him not because it's an Igbo man. It doesn't. If it's Rochas or Okorocha that is coming, I won't vote him. If it's Ojo Okada that is coming, I won't vote him. Those people are psychophants. They are part of our problem. But here we are, see somebody that does not have STEM, eminently qualified. In short, the day I saw Obi's profile, I read it took me 2 days to finish reading it. When I saw Harvard Business School, Kellogg Business School, London School of Economics, like in a sane clan, nobody will not be talking about other people. But here we are still. So I'm positive. You know, I've been telling people in every space I've spoken. I've told people that don't say Obi is not going. Oh, in case he does, no, he's going to win. We are going to win this election. We are going to win it, you know, by the grace of God. I think God has a purpose in this time and season. So all of us have to put you know, do whatever we can do. Talk to people. I've always said that those who live abroad, make sure you have a cell. If you're not going to come back to vote, make sure you have a cell.
We have 1 minute.
Okay. Those who live abroad, please create a cell in your place. If you're not going to come back, make sure you have a team of 20 people, 30 people, 10 people, 15 people. Be responsible for them. Talk to them about PVC. Encourage them with whatever thing you have. Make sure they stay focused, they're active, you communicate with them, talk to them every day, so that at the end of, you know, that you have, even if that you're not going to vote, that you have like 20 people that is going to vote. And those 20 people, encourage them to also get other people, you know, that will vote. Now, talking about Shitima, let me make this point, please. Talking about the VP, Tinubu has a very big problem in his hand. I know the reason is a Western Muslim. The reason why they are looking for a Muslim ticket in the north is that politically that is what is expedient for him. They are looking at, because it's not a Western Muslim is not really regarded. It's not really regarded. So there is need to bring a Muslim from the north. And if you see what is happening in the south, because of the insecurity, you know, the people in the south too are also very sensitive about, you know, a Muslim ticket. So if you pick Shetima, I don't know whether it has been official now that Shetima is his vice. I don't know, but if it's official, it's official now. Okay, now yes, now it has a problem in his hand, because the south is going to be locked up, you know, and in the north, the votes in the north are going to be divided. I pray that our people will be more sensitive, you know, if we can make sure that we lock the southeast and south for Obi, and I'm sure that he's going to get a tremendous vote from the west, and then we'll go to north central, we'll go to northeast, and you know, and all these places we are going to get vote. So the calculations are also in our favor, you know, and the organic support that we have. So we have. Okay, I'm writing up now. So we have a good message and we have a good messenger. Like I will always say, you know, I followed Senator Ted Cruz. He always say in Texas, it is said that when you have the facts, you bank the fact, and when you don't have the fact, you bank the table. And because our opponent don't have the fact, that is why they've resorted to Obi supporters are rude, they are on social media, they insult people, because they don't have anything against Obi. They are now looking for, you know, people that we don't know on social media, like faceless people on social media, and say, oh, they are rude. And please let us stop this narration of, oh, this people, nobody is rude to anybody. If somebody insults you, if you want to insult the person back, you insult the person back. And in sane society, there is nobody that brings an unverified account and use it to make case. You cannot make case with unverified account, because anybody can. I can sit here now and create 20 accounts and use it to insult people. Before I enter this space, I first of all look at the people on the safe space. So I can just come here. I know that this are talking about Obi. I can go to people's space and start insulting people. It's political strategy. So we should be mindful of all these things. Let us, you know, come together, promote our candidate, do our very best, because this one is like evangelism. And at the end of the day, I know we are going to win. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
All right, we appreciate you, real ever best. Thank you for your submission. Okay, Yusuf. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, okay. I think I didn't hear your voice before. So, sorry, I have kids around me sometimes, so they're making noise. So, excuse me for that. Yeah, just going straight to the topic here. Why are you voting Peter Obi? I think the reasons is very glaring and it's very obvious. So, for me personally, I'm voting Peter Obi. Because one thing I've learned is that a man can run, no matter how fast you can can't run past your story, your history, your past. And comparing him to our other candidates from APC, his past is what he's struggling with. He's not struggling with Labour Party or Peter Obi. His past is what is now hunting him down. Peter Obi past is full of motivating records. For someone in Nigeria, in the Nigerian situation, to come into power and pay off the bills and the money owned by the states, and still left the states with some kind of investment that fetches the states more, some earnings still today, paying bills. Why Tinubu was Lagos State's governor? Tinubu old teachers for more than 8 months, and Tinubu as well, that we're talking about. People attach too much of Lagos success to Tinubu. No, Lagos State has always been better before Tinubu. Lagos State was once the capital of Nigeria, and Lagos State, I think, have huge amount of revenue ever since. Lagos State still remain the capital economy. So there's one thing, people comparing Tinubu to Peter Obi is like comparing someone you give a virgin land to for him to start constructing, and Tinubu's case is like you give him an already completed house and you tell him to manage it. So even the house is managing itself already before you even gave it to him. His own is just to supervise. So Lagos State has been running itself very well even before Tinubu. So attaching a lot of things to him. I'm still here to see any of the APC member to come here and say, like all these ones they did last man and everything they're attaching to him. No, all these things has been on ground before. Kai has been on ground before. That was created by Mawa, and when Mawa was the Lagos State governor as a military, there was no touts. There were no touts. All these Agberu boys and everything, we are not on the streets. I saw many of them going back to what they've learned in the past, but immediately Tinubu came on board. He had a mission to create militants against the government militants. So it decided military. So he decided to come up with all these stuff. So how can a graduate take Okada? How can a graduate be a bus driver? How can a graduate be working under MC Oluomo? All these things are there. So what I said, you can't run faster. No matter how fast you are, you can't run past your story, your history. And Peter Obi is here. Not even EFCC has found him guilty of anything. Not even EFCC or Nigerians have even called him out. Like the other speaker said, he said they found nothing against him and they can't see anything against him. This are the causes for propagandas about Peter Obi. He has cleared himself. He said someone that is coming out telling you, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it because I did it before, and I'm still going to do it again. It was only taken to court because he reduces the number of lavish spending based on ministers that go to Abuja and everything. Isn't that what we want? Yes, that's what we want. And this is one of the reasons why I will prefer Peter Obi than any other candidate. And wisely, he has chosen a vice that is more interesting for me. I'm very sorry. I would prefer to avoid the vice talking about APC. I like listening to them to understand what they are bringing on board, why they took decisions. I'm not here to speak on their behalf because I'm not one of their candidates. And in all their decisions, I see a lot of mistakes and a lot of wrong decisions. So choosing Tinubu was a wrong decision for them. They had better people in their party, but they decided to go for someone that can't even clarify if he has certificates or not, that can't even clarify if his age is real or not, that can't even tell us exactly what he represents. And this person, talking about Lagos State again, because I would prefer to say what he has done. So talking about Lagos State again, talking about Eko Atlantic City. See, Eko Atlantic City is what has caused Lagos State what is happening today. The flood everywhere, blocking water. You can't fight the nature because you want to build one giant city and everything. You're stopping the water. Now it's affecting every other places. Lagos Island. If you buy a house there with huge amounts, you see what you're facing now. Victoria Island, the same thing. And the cause of all this flooding in every other part of Lagos State. I've lived in Lagos State for more than 20 years, and I can tell you that in the past, it has never been like it is now. And we are not asking, why is it happening like this now? No drainage. And everywhere that there's water, where the water is supposed to be channeled to, are being sand-filled. These are the things we're going to face. And in terms of education value, MC Oluomo appointed, you see all these touts, they're acting like it. Even graduates can't speak on the street now, unless you are tout. The graduates are even more afraid on the road. In the olden days, even the touts, no child wants to claim that he's a tout, but today they are bold. They are proud of being touts. So unfortunately, I would never advise anyone to vote, because if you do it, for me, I tell people, I'm a Nigerian, I'm used to the system. My children, I stay in the diaspora. My children are not used to that system. But they want to come home. They want to visit Nigeria. I've taken them there. They tasted the good part of Nigeria and they saw the other side. But they still love it. But one thing I keep on telling them is this system, yes, we need to change it. But the security, there's insecurity. I don't want to lose my child. I don't want to lose anybody. Even not everybody, someone that is here listening. I don't want us to celebrate anybody's death. It's not normal. The country, something is wrong and we need to change it. People will say, Obi cannot change everything. Yes, I agree. But we need to start the change from somewhere. And like the host has been saying, let me just back it up with this and let me give my submission after that. Please, we have time for banter. We have time for campaign. We have time for every other thing. But there is one thing we don't have time for. Our PVC. If you have it, are your friends already registered? Do they have it? Does your family have it? Please, let's work on this. Thank you very much. Here's my submission.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, so yeah, back to the PVC thing again. Okay, then he said something about the reasons why he wanted, why he wants to vote Peter Obi. Amongst all the candidates, I think Peter Obi and Datti are the only persons that don't have any pending EFCC, ICPC, or any fraudulent case anywhere in the world. Amongst all the candidates, Atiku, we can't even begin to talk about the problems Atiku has. Tinubu still has international law cases pending. So amongst every one of them, I think it's just this Labour Party aspirants that are clean enough. They don't have any pending EFCC case whatsoever. So yeah, that's it. Let's move over to Gideon. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Yes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I've been listening and listening and listening. Yes. Voting for Peter Obi, for me, if I'm in Nigeria, I'm gonna vote for Peter Obi, but I'm not in Nigeria, and for me to reach Nigeria during the voting time is gonna cost me a lot. So, but I'm encouraging some people in my community, more than 100 people. I'm educating them about Peter Obi, his qualities, and his ambitions. Yes, why I'll vote for Peter Obi is this. I've been listening to all the candidates. When they speak, they don't speak with facts. They just, go on the media and say whatever they want to say. But when you listen to Peter Obi, when he wants to say, he will give you numbers. He will give you facts. He will give you time and date. So date. This, go and check. So that's how a leader should be talking. He is very, very courageous. One, and he speaks for himself. He speaks like a man. That's why I vote for him. He's very, very courageous. Two, he talks about education. He has been talking about education, how Nigeria can progress. Yes. Another thing, production.
He talks about production. Nigerians don't have job. In my state where I came from, you can not even count 3 or 4 companies. There's no company in my state. People are not working. We have thousands of youths everywhere. They're not working. They're all at home. So P2B talks about production. If we have production, I think people should be able to work. All the criminals we have everywhere in Nigeria, if they are engaged in work, I don't think they will go out there to commit a crime. He keeps saying it. He talks about poverty. How do you fight corruption? How do you fight insecurity? Insecurity is not only when people go out there with a gun and a knife to stop government, stop people. There is food insecurity. There are many types of insecurity that exist. And all came from where? Poverty. When you look at the present condition of Nigeria today, you will see that the government is not investing in education. I'm not talking about us on strike for so long. They're not investing in education. They're not investing in production. They don't invest in anything that's gonna make the youth to say, okay, I'm a Nigerian. Okay, there's hope for me. I can apply for this company. I'm gonna, I'll go to this company. I'll put in my application. Maybe they will call me for a job. It doesn't exist in Nigeria. So these are the things that P2B is fighting for. He keeps saying it and saying it all the time. And whenever he wants to talk, he will talk freely. He will speak from what he has in his mind. So these are the things that will make me to vote P2B and also encourage people to vote for him. Another thing is his qualities. Look at his education. He's an economics. He has so many things. He's been to United Kingdom. He studied in United States. He has so many qualities and he did well. So when you look at these things, these are the qualities of a leader he has that's going to make me vote for him. Okay, I was looking at other candidates, presidential candidates. I look at their qualities, what do they have? It's very, very low to compare with P2B. So these are the things that will make me to educate other ones, encourage them to vote for this man. Okay, he talked about corruption. He said, when he left PDP, I heard what he said. He said he don't like what is going on. But he didn't come out to tell you that, okay, they are buying votes. He didn't say it because he's educated and he knows what to say at any time. So he left PDP and find another party that's going to, give him what he wants. And when he left that party, up to today, Nigeria have not reacted. The government have not asked why. And his colleagues in that PDP have not asked why. Because he said what he saw is not what is going to be part of it. So that's why I'm going to vote for him. He is a nice person. Being a nice person is not giving people money. Like I heard on the news, they say, okay, P2B is not going to deliver because he's not giving out money. He said he can't spend money. He has money, but he can't spend it. I heard when he was saying he can be on private jet and spending a lot of money when there's poor people on the street walking around and have no hope. So P2B is the right person. I've never seen him. I've not been to his village, but what I have heard about him and also what I have seen him saying on the TV makes me want to vote for him. Yes, and he speaks from his mind. When you look at other leaders, other presidential candidates and governors, when they want to speak, they will look at what is already written. They will be thinking of what they will say. But P2B just go, whenever you ask him a question, he will give you the answer right there. So P2B have what it takes to rule Nigeria. I am supporting him. My family, everyone is supporting him. I'm not supporting him because he's from Southeast. I'm not supporting him because he is a Christian. I'm not supporting him because he has money or, he have idea of something. But why I'm supporting him is because the qualities he have and his record. When you look at in Nigeria today, most of the governors, presidential, all this, they have one problem or the other. I can remember when EFCC invited me to know about the source of his money. Obi cleared everything. ICPC, EFCC, DSS, whatever. Obi said it openly. He told them the source of his money. That should tell Nigerians that this man is the right person. Yes. Okay, I'm looking at PDP, APC candidates. EFCC have not invited them. ICPC have not, asked them, where did you get all this money? They have not. Because they are being paid. Yes, Peter Obi is the right person. I'm encouraging everyone here to educate other ones. One, by getting their PVC. That's going to make them vote. We should encourage our people. One, they should get their PVC and we should tell them the party logo. The party logo is very, very important. We should be educating them on the party logo. So it's very, very important for us to do that so that we can be able to give Peter Obi the vote. Yes, it's very, very important. So Peter Obi has all the things.
Thank you, Gideon. Please try and round off in 30 seconds, please.
Okay, all right. So we should encourage our people to know the party logo. Labour Party logo is very, very important, and also spread the good news about Peter Obi. Thank you for giving me the mic.
Thank you so much. Emeka, are you still here? Okay, I think my co-host is busy. Is there anybody that hasn't spoken? Because Mecca was the one taking care of it. I don't know. Is there anybody? If anybody wants to speak, please raise your hand up so that I know, so that I don't miss you out. So, from what we've heard, many people have already spoken. We started the space, I think, about 2 p.m. So it looks like most people that are rooting for Peter Obi, just like I am, are going to vote for him because of his competence, because of what he has achieved in Anambra State, which is an indication that he's going to do more when he has more resources, available to him. Because I've heard some people saying the Anambra State is just a state, so how are we sure that he can handle Nigeria? But obviously, if he has handled the state and did well, it means that in a bigger contest, where he would have more power, more resources, that he will be able to do better even. And people have also said that they're going to vote for him because of his character. Me too, because when, even when he speaks, his disposition and everything just makes you love him. You just feel like, oh, this is just a good man. People insult him and he never insults back. I've never heard him say anything bad about anybody. Look at Mbaka. After all that Mbaka said, the day Peter Obi was being interviewed on Arise TV, he was asked about Mbaka, and he said, Mbaka is my, I'm trying to remember the word he used. Mbaka is my big brother, or something like that, and Mbaka is his kind of his pastor. That he has a lot of respect for him, and if Mbaka it says that he's done anything wrong, that he can only pray for forgiveness and try to do better. It just makes you wonder what kind of a human being is this. Even after everything Kwankwaso said about him, he didn't come out on the TV when he was being asked about Kwankwaso to run him down, And even Wike, after everything that happened in the PDP, he went to visit Wike, even though now we don't know what it was. that they discuss. So there's just so much things that draw the man, draw you to the man. He's somebody that has a good character like that, would definitely have empathy towards us, the citizens of the country. And obviously, he's a good manager who managed the resources of Anambra State very well. And he keeps saying as well that he's going to cut the cost of governance, which I think is one of the biggest problems we have in Nigeria. If the cost of governance is cut, it's going to go a long way for us. And like somebody mentioned here earlier about education, he's going to take education seriously, and his vice as well, who we hear that he has a private university. So, I mean, how can we can't see his own university prospering when our children, our brothers and sisters will be on strike, or be at home. So there's just so many good things around the two of them. And my sincere wish is that by the grace of God, that he will get the presidency by next year, so we can start the process of getting our country back. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the space. I'll be ending it now. I was hoping we'll stay longer, but we don't seem to have much people joining the space. There are several other spaces going on, I guess. So we'll do this again sometime soon. Thank you. And please have a wonderful week ahead. Bye. Bye, everyone.